Damn, BT. I just wanna fly away. Take me to a place like heaven. I just wanna ease the pain. Feeling like I'm walking in heaven.
It been raining outside, and my homeboys is frauds. I got some smoke, I just might smoke you. I fear no man but God. I been slid on, backstabbed, crossed and took losses. I still be beating up this pirate, turning my soft into some hard. My life is raw, I sell work and I keep a pistol in my palm. My pops taught me how to focus, I got this hustle from my mom. With no regrets, I watch my kids live happy and feel no struggle. The weight be on my shoulders, feel like I failed them if I don't hustle. Racks off of this shoebox, tats on me like Tupac. Wops blowing my phone up every day, trying to come do wop. Powder all on the digital, thug living be critical. Eyes all on the prize, trying to make it out, homie, be pivotal. Like,
fly away.
what's good, what's good, what's good? It's the Mafia. It's time for that Culture for the Streets, hosted by Mafia and Paint. Stay tuned in, tap that like button, hit the subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. Don't leave up about the tracks you've been serving, and we serving every day. We back like we never left. You know, it's back to school for the kids. Shout out to all the kids. I've been loving to see the pictures of everybody fresh, doing their thing, and the kids happy to go back to school. That's important that the kids go to school. We need to build them up because they are our future. So without the kids being the priority, our future can't be firm. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to the kids and shout out to the parents for making the kids' days going back to school what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get right into it. But once again, like I said, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ding the notification bell. Don't leave up about the trap so you have been served, and we serving every day. You know what I'm saying? We going straight to Kansas City, man. We got to get on this Kansas City pastor, you feel me? That just recently went off on his whole entire congregation over money to be able to buy a new Movado watch. Now I'm gonna tell you why this nigga's wrong. Now I'm gonna tell you why this nigga wrong. Why? For one, this nigga is wrong. I'm gonna tell you why this nigga is wrong. Because as a pastor, you are already preaching in poverty-stricken communities. Don't never fail to understand that when you go to church, majority of the people that's going to church aren't middle class people. These people get dressed in projects. They live on the block. They in territories where mostly crime ridden. It's a lot of things going on. They struggle to maintain all, etc. You see what I'm saying? So for you to be in church, it's already bad enough. I feel offended when it comes to the whole collection plate thing. You see what I'm saying? Because the collection plate in most churches is not for the community. So you got the community putting their hard-earned money, they tools and fuels, and they last. I done seen people take their last money behind on bills, got all the faith in God. It doesn't cost money to have faith in God, man. Let's just get that one thing straight. So while you pass out the collection plate 56 times in 4 hours and demand certain amounts of money, be picky about what somebody, nigga, I come from a time where going to church when I was young, you could throw a quarter in there. And the preacher would appreciate that. The pastor, it really doesn't matter. Whatever you got to give, you know what I'm saying, give it up. You know what I'm saying? It's just courtesy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's being a mandatory thing. You see what I'm saying? Like my mother could take $10 and keep a couple dollars for her. She could take $5 for her and then split the other $5 between me and my sister. That's $2.50 a piece. And then we in church, my mother gonna throw $5 in there, and me and my sister gonna throw $2. That's $10. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, that $10 was divided by 3 people, so 3 people was able to donate into the collection plate. Now today, you actually have pastors demanding a certain amount of money to be put in the collection plate, or they want to call you broke. They want to go off on you. Well, listen to this, pastor boy. Because for one, the people you trying to go off on, and that's your congregation, the people that built your church, nigga, you just got to build it. The congregation builds the church. Let's get this shit understood. It's not the pastor, nigga. It's the congregation. The congregation built the church. Without a strong congregation, you have no church. So how are you going off on the people that support you? That's just like a rapper going off on his fans, and these people are the reason you famous. These people are the reason you in a position in a poverty-stricken neighborhood preaching to some folks that's trying to get out. Why they giving you they last while you asking for it? Why they giving you they last while you living better? Your car better than the average person pulling up to church. You think this is cap? Think about it. And nigga, man, that's a pastor, preacher, pope, whatever. They car better than everybody in the congregation. Granted, it might be 2-3 niggas in the congregation. They kind of up in the middle class or something like that. But for the most part, the average pastor living a more luxurious life than the people that's in his church. The people that's in his church are poor most of the time. Let's sit to the side that church becomes a fashion show at that. But besides that, most of the people in church come from the struggle. They understand the struggle. So how do you get off? How do you feel like you're a man of God talking people out of their money, man? For your own gain, for your house to look good, for your car to be better, for your watch to shine, for you to have some diamonds. These niggas is embarrassing us, man. First, you got the pastor in New York walking around with 300-400. Man, nigga walking around with more jewelry than 50 Cent, man. Then want to complain when some niggas from a poverty-stricken community come in there, lay the whole church down. You, nigga, get down. Let me get the necklace, nigga. Fuck out of here. That's expected, nigga. Look where you at, nigga. Church is in a poverty-stricken neighborhood, man. Not where the rich people at. Your church be filled with poor people. That could have been niggas in the church just sitting in there every Sunday like, man, I'm getting sick of this nigga, man, because we putting all this money in the church. My auntie over there, you know what I'm saying? She needs some help with surgery. The church ain't helping. My other auntie car broke down. The church ain't offered to help her get her transmission fixed. Shit, my little cousin got some things going on with the legal system. The church ain't coming in to speak for him and do what they can to get him proper representation. My other little cousin got the potential to go play basketball. The church ain't saying, well, look, we gonna go half on the tuition because the pastor don't give a fuck. Pastors don't be giving a fuck. Now, granted, there's some churches out there that do good deeds, got goodwill, and there's good people inside the church, and the pastor got a good heart and a good soul. And I know this to be a fact because when my mother passed in Columbus, the church that she went to, they made sure my mother was straight. They made sure that the support was there. We didn't ask them for nothing, but they reached out to us and made sure that because my mom was a faithful person in their church, part of their family in their church, that they could do whatever they could do to show their support for my mother. They donated to her funeral. They put some money up on her actual funeral arrangements, all of that. So I'm not saying this about every church, but for the most part, what we see most of the time, we see in pastors and Rolexes. When no Rolexes are in your congregation, no, ain't nobody got no Rolex in your congregation. Yet you talking about God with the same wrist you flashing in the whole congregation face. But we see the rappers wearing this. Where? Okay, we ain't supposed to idolize a lot of things, but it look like the pastors be idolizing a lot of shit. And this nigga got the nerve to call somebody broke. And we talking about the pastor in Kansas City now. He got the nerve to call the congregation broke. Bro, if you can't afford no Movado, who the fuck really broke? Because Movado, one of the cheapest luxury watches you can buy, nigga. We talking about $5,000 to $7,000. $500 to $700. They got a couple of them that's a couple thousand, but if you can't afford that, nigga, shut the fuck up. Because why is we talking to these poor people because they ain't buying you a Movado? Coming to church ain't supposed to fund your luxury. You did. Hence the reason why I believe in God, because somebody put all this here. Somebody gave us the knowledge to be able to build and carry on through life and progress while we doing it. As far as technology, people being smart enough to know about this and know about this shit just didn't appear out of dust from nothing. It's a God. I'm not gonna sit here and say the nigga white though. I'm definitely not gonna do that. It already looks fucked up to me because we have black people come from the same place we are. This is almost the Uncle Tom effect if you think about it, right? Because we got most of the time a nigga sitting in front of a podium, in front of whatever the fuck you want to call that they sitting in front of, right? Preaching to us about a white man is sitting on the wall, and we supposed to believe in him, and we supposed to love him, and we supposed to forgive everything, regardless of what we've been through. Now, sometimes I'm not gonna say that's the wrong thing to preach, but I'm talking about the picture on the wall. I'm talking about the picture on the wall. I'm talking about the picture on the wall. We can't always identify with everything of power of that you're supposed to have faith in, and everything is not white. If you can get back in your brain and go back in history, most of the shit that we look at today was created by black people. They just don't get the acknowledgement for the shit. Yet we from communities that's overpopulated with black people, we in church struggling with the belief God gonna help us get up out of anything we going through. The nigga that's preaching this to us to initiate the faith inside our souls is black. Yet he telling us about a white man. What's really going on? It sounds like a whole bunch of toxic shit, a whole bunch of greed and misleading people that's coming from poverty, man. When you can read come on, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit really pissing me off because I got a lot of people in my family. I got pastors in my family. I got all of that in my family. Most black families got people that's already that in these things. You know what I'm saying? And that don't go just because they related don't always mean they the perfect pastor neither, nigga. Let's get that shit straight. Cause I done seen niggas sit in front of a podium, preach to the church, then be drinking with us at the club, cussing and shit, fucking bitches, chasing hoes and fighting and baby gangbanging. So we can't always go by that shit neither. You see what I'm saying? So you got to know who you following and who leading, because you can't always put your beliefs in people when you don't know if these people 100. Because how can they tell you some 100 shit if these niggas ain't 100, man? And most of these niggas don't be 100, man. So are they gonna try to tell you to have some faith in God and this nigga sitting here using your money to go prosper with luxury? Y'all niggas better get smart, man. And that nigga in KC may get your motherfucking money up. Go get you another job or something if you can't afford a Movado watch, nigga, because them cheap, nigga. You can get them from Dillard's, nigga. Cheap ass, nigga, man. Y'all hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. Ding the notification bell. Do not leave up at the trap till you've been served. It's time for that Coach for the Street, hosted by Mafia Paint. Nigga, you know what's going on.